and they got me. And it was payback for me because that really upset her. She didn't like that at all. Check this out, the garage is full, so we're going to do some serious garage organisation today. We've got too much stuff. We've been trying to get rid of it for years, but we've still got an enormous amount of things. I've got to get the garage organised because I found in the last couple of weeks I'm buying tools that I've already got hidden around the house somewhere because I'm not that organised garage-wise. The problem is we bought this house about 4 or 5 years ago, but we came from a much bigger house, and that includes the garage. The garage was much bigger, plus we had a big shed, etc. So we're cramming everything in, and as you can see, even though we've sold anything that's not tied down, I'm really out of room. Now, I've gone and got a couple of these cabinets that you can see up the back, and there's a good story in that. And I'm going to put everything that's in there and in other places into those cabinets at the back, and that'll free up a bit of room because I've got to bring some other things from in the house out here. So hopefully 2 cabinets will do it. Now, I was going to buy the cabinet. These are really good cabinets, actually. Toolboxes on wheels, about 1.8 meters or 72 inches. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull apart the workbench and allow for some seating. I was going to buy the toolboxes from one of the Chinese vendors that are selling them all over the internet, because all around Australia they appear to be the same toolboxes, just with somebody else's brand on them. It's like everybody buys them from the same spot and rebrands them. Now, so I went into the local big box store to have a look at one, just to see if it's any good. And lo and behold, this toolbox here is sitting there on the floor. It's got a couple of scratches, but it's not too bad. So I asked the lovely gentleman for a discount because it's sitting on the floor, it hasn't got a box. And of course he said, yeah, sure, but I just got to ask my boss. And it turns out that they didn't have a key for this, so they've basically thrown it at me and given it away. They made an offer that I can't refuse because even if you don't want a toolbox, it was that cheap you had to take it home. It's pretty big, reasonably heavy. I got the trailer loaded up, drove straight to the locksmiths and got a new lock put on it. Easy as, took a couple of hours in total. Talk about a giveaway, absolute bargain of the century. Now, interestingly enough, that red toolbox in the corner was a very similar process at the same store about 10 years ago. Absolute bargain under the same circumstances. Just call me Lucky Phil. Now, the gentleman who sold me that toolbox was an absolute fantastic guy. And so were the people who helped him look for keys, etc. And it was a very easy process. It didn't take very long at all. We wheeled it out to a trailer. He helped me lift one end into the trailer, and we we rolled it into the trailer. No problem at all. It is heavy. Now, thinking that I'm on a roll, I thought I'll go get another one. It was such a good deal, I thought, why not get 2? So that was the only one they had, so I've driven to the next closest same store, and talk about a contrast in buying experiences.
Holy crap!
Talk about a contrast in buying experiences. The lady in charge of the department that is in, oh my God, she didn't want to sell it at all. Too big, too heavy. How are we going to get it out? You're supposed to ring and book so that we can get this out overnight, so that, you know, blah, 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 blah. And I'm saying, well, sorry, I'm apologising, saying, well, I didn't really know that, and I've got a trailer out the front, so let's just do it now. Talk about blood out of a stone. Eventually she's figured out she could lift it with a trolley jack. They're not allowed to use a forklift during the day. But of course there's a million toolboxes around this, so she can't get the trolley jack in, and I'm not allowed to touch it. So she turns around, I push this out into the corridor so that she can access it with a trolley jack. She's not happy because customers aren't allowed to touch anything. Health and safety, because I'm not at all a smart ass as she's wheeling this towards the as she's wheeling this towards where you pay on a trolley jack, I thought I'll jump on and be like a little kid and go for a ride. Whee! Well, that really upset her because customers aren't allowed to do anything. Anyway, I told her this was not a fun place to work, and she didn't like that at all. So I drive the car and trailer into the yard or the timber warehouse where they're going to put this. And the problem is they don't know how to get onto the trailer. I'm saying, look, all we're going to do is lift the end up and slide it in. Oh, no, it's really heavy. I'm saying it's only 135 kilos. It says so on the box. We can do it easy. I've done it before. No. So they literally spent an hour finding people, and it ends up that there are 3 guys and 3 girls standing around this box trying to figure out how to put it into the trailer. And I'm sitting there going, get out of the way, I'll lift it myself and put it in. No, they had to get the 4th guy. Now the 4th guy, fortunately, was a young guy who comes running up going, it's only 135 kilos, we'll just lift it in. Duh. Absolute pathetic bunch, all in the name of health, safety and political correctness, I think. Now, they weren't rude, they did their job, so, you can't really fault them for that. And it was payback for me because at this particular store, during the poisoning program, I did give them a very hard time, hassled the security guards at every chance I got, stirred them up to the max. So they probably got me on camera saying, there's that dude, let's get him back. And they got me. So the breakout's going back shortly. That'll clear up a bit of room and then I will get into it. Okay, doesn't it? Now we're going to fill it up.
I really wanted one more try. Ooh, are you happy now?
What do we think, people? Does this one look better than that one? This one's got handles. I think this is the old model. This is their newer model with like recesses for the drawers. Surely that's got to be cheaper with no handles. So to get these wheels on, I think I'm going to slide this onto the motorcycle lift and lift it up. It should be easy. We should be able to lift this baby up. Theoretically, it will make doing the wheels easy. While we wait for the compressor, this is a motorcycle lift from Hero Hoist. They don't even know it, but it actually has multi-purpose use, and that is lifting other heavy things when you can't lift them yourself. Look at that. Oh, this is way easier than trying to lift this bloody toolbox. All right, can we just roll it off or not? Oh yeah, look at that. Now, does it look better like that? Leave these at the back. Keep the workbench there, put a seat in, or What about like this? Which one looks better? Like that? I actually like that one better. Put in the comments which version you like better, the 2 stainless toolboxes across the back or as it is now. Starting to fill up. A fair few tools once you have a look. This is starting to empty out. But there is now stuff everywhere. And I'm over it. Slowly making progress. I think today I'm going to chop up this bench and make it so that I can get a seat under there. Got nothing left in this drawer, so it's going to go. And we will get rid of some of this timber and cut away at the frame and make it better.
You weigh me down. You don't care, no one measures up to you.
I think all I've got to do is cut this, bang, and then put something across there in the middle. I'll get rid of this. And that should be it. Should be easy.
Oh, it's about to blow up in your face. Hey, la, la, la. Excuses causing bling want me to think. Give me a break. Your hella, hella fake. Go back to being nothing. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Gotta do what you do. Gotta do what you do. Late nights with sick by fights. That's you. Another smooth ride on a brand new trip.
Now, do we need to strengthen it or not? That's the question. Looks pretty strong, actually. Now that looks better, doesn't it? Looks a bit like a desk now. See, I've got like inbuilt desk jockey jeans. I've even turned a workbench into a desk so I can sit at it. And you know what that means? That means squats, and some type of jumping onto a box, which I have neglected lately, and I watched my youngster be able to jump bloody high, and I've got to try and keep up. Otherwise, it is chicken legs. Now, this is baby power saw best practice because it's not known I can reach and I'm stepping on the cord. Let's see how we go. Can I do this straight? Absolutely perfect. Look at this. Easy. Old, not dead. Doesn't it look so much better than before? Got plenty of empty space once I wheel out one of the motorcycles. Got plenty of cabinets for tools. We've got the ability to sit at the workbench now instead of just standing. Got another tool cabinet, heaps of room. All the nuts, bolts and everything are sorted. Everything that I need access to has been sorted out. Absolutely fantastic. This is a win. Now, it's an absolute pleasure having a lot of empty space in the garage when you're doing a job, because it makes doing a job much more pleasant. It makes things go faster, especially if you can access your tools quickly. Your garage has got to have a purpose. What's the purpose of your garage? You might think it's obvious, but most garages are multi-purpose. So basically our garage is household storage, storage for motorcycles, storage for tools, storage for video accessories like stands and brackets and things to hold cameras basically. We've sold a bigger house to get a smaller one. We've got a lot of storage issues, and there's nothing better than hoarding everything you've ever owned and putting it in the garage. Problem with that is you need a lot of storage. I find myself buying the same things over and over again. Just recently I changed the spark plugs in the new Heritage. And the spark plugs were too different sizes to the Street Glide, and I thought I haven't got the spark plug sockets for that. Well, of course I did have those spark plug sockets tucked away in a drawer or a box somewhere. In fact, for one of the sizes I actually had 2 sockets already before I bought a third, so that's got to stop. Let's get organised. Check this out, toolboxes galore. Oh, here are the secret parts going onto both the bikes in the next couple of videos. Now we've got tool storage, and this is organised to the max. How good is that? Everything's spread out nicely. This is for other types of tools. Absolutely fantastic. Tools everywhere. Everything's sorted out so that it's easy to access, easy to reach when you need it. These are the things I use the most, I guess. This used to be the toolboxes. It's now been commandeered for things that I use on videos. That looks like junk, but that's actually to get rid of the oil on the next oil change. We've turned that half of the garage into storage for a variety of things. Put a little corridor down the back here so that we can get access to the shelves. Very basic stuff. Doesn't cost a lot to do this. These shelves are really handy. They're huge. Very cheap to do. Didn't even have to put new lights in. Just got one of these from Bunnings. It's like a construction light on a cable. You just thread it around out the back here. Very easy to do. And one of the best things you can do is label everything. Let's do a little bit of snorkeling. Very easy to find things. Let's do a little bit of boxing training. Very easy to find things. Everything has got a label. And man, does that make it easy to find things, because beforehand we just had piles of boxes. Normally I'd label the toolboxes, just like I've done on this old one. It makes it much easier to find things. I'm not going to label them yet because I'm going to wait a few weeks to make sure I don't move anything, and then I'm going to start labeling everything. Because I'm not in the garage every day, I forget where things are, and God, you save a lot of time. Go high. You're gonna get so much more into your garage space if you go high. It's so good to go up as high as you can and utilize all of the space. If in doubt, throw it out. That's the motto that you want to live by, because storing stuff is a massive headache. Energetically, it weighs you down, space-wise and money-wise, because space basically costs money. If you're trying to do things and you're working in a space that's crowded and cluttered, it's dangerous, especially with power tools. It weighs on your mind, it's annoying, and you never ever feel like doing things. Just throw things out, get rid of them. So to keep the channel going, we've got an awesome range of supporter gear that shows the world, when you're wearing it, that you're old and not dead. That you still have spunk, that you've got some grunt left. So we've got t-shirts in black, green, white, coal, and if you're gold you can grab a hoodie or a beanie. There's stickers, patches, key rings, stubby holders, even caps. It's for the discerning gentleman and woman. I mean, come on. After all, the brand has a skull and a crown as a logo. That's a symbol of conquering death and ill health, living life to the fullest as only those that ride motorcycles can.
Using all that's left, somewhere in your chest, on your sweetheart hit a mist. Oh.